Thank you very much, delegates. I have to say I am delighted to be here this evening. I was a little indisposed last year. I too would like to join with the Chair and with our distinguished Kerry Oireachtas members and our MEP for Ireland South in welcoming you all here to Killarney to this, our 66th Labour National Conference. We meet at a critical time for both the country and the party. In May next year, we will contest the local and European elections, an important contest for the party. From this conference on, the organisational and campaigning resources of the party will be exclusively focused on ensuring that Labour's historic representation in local authorities and the European Parliament is consolidated and enhanced. As you are no doubt aware, across the country, work is well advanced in selecting candidates to contest the local elections. Our councillors are among the hardest working in the country. They are dedicated to their communities, proud of their party, and determined to see Labour values shape the future of their locality. We also have many new candidates contesting in 2014, proof that the grassroots level of the Labour Party is in fighting shape, and a new generation of public representatives is coming through. As General Secretary, I am committed to ensuring that these candidates and our European election candidates get the national support and the resources they need to fight and win seats next May. However, as members know only too well, elections won't be won in Ely Place. They are won by hard work on the grounds. Every effort that members make in their community between now and May will make a difference in the ballot box, and I would urge all members to give their time and talents in these crucial election campaigns. May I also take this opportunity to pay a particular tribute to those councillors who will not be contesting next year's election and are retiring from public life. Your contribution to public service and to the well-being of your community has been immense. At our last conference in April 2012, we presented the Larkin Thirst for Justice Award to the Labour members of the Old Dublin County Council who stood up in the face of malpractice and corruption. I know only too well that the same spirit of decency has informed the approach of Labour councillors in town, borough and county councils across the country, and your sacrifice and commitment is valued by all. This has been a busy and very constructive year for the party. The annual report that is available this weekend gives you a comprehensive overview of party affairs. I am particularly pleased that the annual report this year contains an update on motions referred back at our Galway conference. This is a policy that will be maintained and enhanced over coming conferences. Some of the important aspects of party activity I'd like to draw delegates' attention to are a very successful series of policy forums held between October 2012 and May this year under the chairmanship of Deputy Jed Nash. A total of 13 regional meetings were held, which approximately 1,500 party members attended. The ideas and discussion at these meetings will make a valuable contribution to the party's election platform next May and our general policy development process. A range of events were held to mark the party centenary. These included the conservation of the original Starry Plough that flew during Easter week in 1916, the transfer of the party's archives to the National Library, where it will now be accessible to scholars and the general public, a commemoration event held in conjunction with ICTU in Clonmel, a remarkable response to a school's essay initiative that saw more than 160 entries of the highest standard, and dozens of events organised at branch and constituency level to mark the 100th anniversary of the party. For too long, our unique and proud role in the foundation of the state, the establishment of democracy and of advocacy of progressive politics, has been overlooked and undervalued. I think the efforts of the Party Centenary Committee together with initiatives by our colleagues in the trade union movement and the Irish Labour History Society, have gone some way to addressing that failing. The public access to the party archive will ensure that our role will now receive the analysis and recognition it deserves. The contribution of party members to both policy forums and centenary events was critical to their success. In the past 18 months, party members have also ensured that our party sections have gone from strength to strength and achieved significant goals. Labour Women, Labour Youth, Labour Equality, Labour LGBT, Labour Disability, Labour Intercultural, the Association of Labour Councillors and Labour Trade Unionists are grassroots organisations that depend on the active engagement of party members to thrive. They have all had a remarkable 18 months, holding boot camps, summer schools, centenary events, policy discussions, and even in the midst of all that campaigning successfully to naming a certain bridge in Dublin. I want to thank those members who have given their time and energy to ensuring that our party sections thrive and encourage all members to support their activities. Of course, our logistical and organisational support for many of these activities is provided by the staff who work for the party. And I want to say a very personal thank you to all staff for their hard work throughout the past 18 months. In recent years, our staff numbers have expanded, particularly in the regions. The Labour Party continually works to be a fair, open and innovative employer, and I hope that staff think we have achieved that goal. In particular, this year all staff were invited to attend a 2-day workshop, and we hope to bring all staff together in similar formats in the future. The organisation and reform of the party in the past 18 months has enjoyed the continually support of the party leader, Eamon Gilmore, and Deputy Leader, Joan Burton. Despite all the demands of ministerial office, both Eamon and Joan have placed a priority on party affairs, and I want to thank them for their support. Delegates, conference is about Labour Party members debating and discussing Ireland's future and how we can develop policies to ensure that our goals and our values direct that future. I am proud to be General Secretary of the Labour Party that has always promoted debate, listened to discussion, listened to dissension, and when the last word was had, we moved forward united. The centenary events of the past year have proved to me that this is always when the Labour Party is at its best. We deserve to be proud of our contribution to Irish society, both in the past and in the present. In the 1920s, the 1940s and today, we have never been afraid to take the hard decisions. We have never traded national interest for temporary popularity. We are better than that. We know these are difficult times, but we also know that the work we are achieving will provide us with a foundation to build the progressive, fair, prosperous society we passionately believe in. These are Labour values that go back at least 100 years. We are proud to remain loyal to these values and proud to fly the Labour banner. Thank you, delegates, and have a wonderful weekend.